Welcome to this regular series for Transport Fever 2. In the previous video we laid the foundation of our budding transport empire. We've got a pretty successful oil line flowing up through here, and over here we've got a lot more activity. We've got a pretty good materials line running as well. What I've actually did after the end of the previous video is I've added this extra line here to bring more stone down here, so we produce more materials so that we can supply materials to Hornsey and what's it down here, Normanton here, and things are going pretty well. Just to show you, making a profit on all lines. And I think in this video what we're gonna have to do now is start to develop these lines and increase our cost of the empire. And the other thing I would like to do is get set in a passenger service between Hornsey and Wooler, and probably a good way forward. Just want to check the demand in Wooler. Yeah, we got the demand's up to 100, so we could probably justify double tracking this train line here so that we can make some money as well. I think that might work. Yeah, but there's one other thing I do really want to take a look at, and I was looking at this just before I started making the video. We've got the waistline here, and if you watch the previous video I tried this with the mail and it didn't work very well, but if I come in here and if I come over here and I'll just show you here, we are generating waste from this area here. I'm kind of thinking that if we could get waste into here to make steel and then bring it up to here, because one steel in here results in 2 tools. So I think if we can hook this road up here to there like that, and we can get in a building here, try and get it as, I don't want it too close to the railway tracks because we may have to put in a second line. I want that build. No, that wouldn't build there for some reason. And over here, I don't want this to overlap too much into the city, so we put that there. And what we're going to need to do is a place to deliver the tools into. If we put that there, and I think the other thing I want to do is I don't want, because coming from here they're liable to go through here. So I think what we're going to do is put in a couple of waypoints there as well. Let's create a new line from there to there, back to here, to here, and that's actually, I don't need the second waypoint. That's Normanton Annex. So if I add station, why won't that build? Okay, Normanton Annex, and we're going to have to put in the other waypoint here. Why won't that? Is this on the wrong side? Let's go back to Normanton Holt. Okay. It's not going to work, is it? So we need to remove that to stick it with it like that. So we're going to have to drop the tools off here and not use this point here, which is a little bit annoying, but I think we'll still get a reasonable coverage. Let's just have a quick look. Yeah, I mean, this will cover out here, so technically we don't really need this here. We can always change it later on. I'll just take that away. And the joys of planning routes. Where's the? And we're just going to buy some Actually, did I? No, we didn't name that, did we? And just going to name this Cargo Road Normanton Waste, not Waster, Waster Tools, like that. And we'll just drop this in here. Of course, we're going to get, if we get about 8 or strong, let's go for the full 10. And we're assigning you to, and hopefully that line will turn a profit. Even, well, technically, even if it doesn't turn a profit, if it actually starts to get tools into here and gets the city starting to grow, I'd be quite happy with that. Now, my passenger line here is doing quite well. We've got 17 on that, and we've got up here, how many have we got here? 27, so it's not overloaded just yet. I think what I want to do now is double track this line. Maybe, do I want to put a second platform in here? I don't think I want to put a second platform in just yet. I think what we'll do is we'll track up, no, I don't want streets. Just think this through. Let's start down here. I think I'll double track this station because there's a good chance that we'll be extending this line through, so let's put that in there. I won't add a platform just yet. I'm not totally sure what type of, it's going to be a cargo platform anyway, isn't it? But I'm just going to run this out here like this. And we're going to run this through to here. And there's a very good possibility that I'll be replacing these tracks sometime in the future. Oops, nope. Construction angle, no good. Got an overlap here. And I'm pretty sure I want to make this an extra line of tracks here. Also like this. Well, I think what I will do is we'll just run this track into here like that, and I think we'll run this track off like that. This will make sense, I promise. I mean, the station is a potential bottleneck, but we can always sort that out later on if it becomes a problem. You into here like cancel, and we'll just run you into there like that, and get you operating on 2 sides just for the moment. And of course, and this will be the down track, this will be the up track, and it means I don't have to put crossovers here. I'm using continental directions, but actually signpost these up properly. We have to put a crossover here. Spur like that. And like that. Probably will put another signal like that, and I think it'd be probably a good time to do it. Okay. Bulletin, fuel and oil, managed vehicles. I think we're just going to clone this train. Got the money for it. Well, I've just blown most of my money, but never mind. I think having 2 trains on the track for the moment will be pretty useful, and we will be making some money, and that should get more demand flowing up and down here. I mean, we do have a potential bottleneck here, but I think I can live with that in the short term. So we've got that running. Let's just have a look here. Let's see, balance. Wow. Normanton Circle. What a fuel. Okay. Let's slow that down a little bit. I've also got the date running forward at a quarter speed at the moment. In fact, let's increase that to half speed. I would like to get to the point where I've got a better train. Now the next thing I want to think about is the passenger line from here to Woollerton. Now we got a terminus station here, which we can just expand and just put another track on here. So we can just put in a track here and put a passenger platform on. That, and we've got the single line here, so let's just lay a track out this way. And what I'm thinking is curving out, maybe going one side each of this rock, and then maybe that station there makes more sense than that station there. So if we come out here and we keep the speed up around 100. Just going to, maybe we'll just curve out a little bit like this. I mean, going for speeds greater than 100 at this stage in the game is probably not really that worthwhile. And what we should be able to do is, I think what we're going to do is, I'll configure this, and I'm going to put a passenger platform in here. On this side, we'll have to put a passenger building in. I'll put something a bit bigger. Okay. I'm hoping that the passengers will cross the line from the goods perspective. If they don't, well, life will be interesting. I think what we probably could do is take a road here and connect you up to there and bring you out like that and hook you up to there, because I think what it might pay is to put the passenger in, I think what it might pay is to put the local passenger transport system in first. This is connecting and growing out quite nicely. Where is the... Right, so the residents live over that side of the city. So if I put a... maybe we'll just put one there, and maybe doesn't. How far does that stretch out? Have a quick look. It doesn't really stretch out as far as I'd like it to do to cover. I don't know. It stretches out that far. So if I put another one down about there, and another one there, and maybe one just about there. Well, there's no point putting a station in here. So if we create a new line, and that's a truck stop. There, no. And that can come there, come there, that can come there. That will give me a circular flow of passengers to this station here. When it's probably not going to be the most efficient system, but passenger bus voila, circle 1. Right, where's the what we'll do is just get in some. We put about maybe 7 on here, and we'll put you on a circle. And what that will do is get the passengers, and what that will do is get the public circulating on here, and that will get people coming up to the station. What we're going to have to do now is find the resources to connect up the station here. How are we doing over here? I mean, have we making any money here? A little bit. Let's have a look at here. Normanton Waste Tools is starting to pick up a little bit. It's still losing 19,000, but we are making a little bit of a profit. Okay, I'm half happy with that. Right, I think what we need to do now is work on the track. Actually, I'm just kind of thinking. I think if we take a line out of here, maybe just connect you up to there. That means this can send a train to here. And what we're going to do is first do a bit of a tight turn out of here. And what we're going to do is, the question is, do we go this side of the mountain? I think it probably will be better to go, because we can do a long kind of sweeping curve up like this. We keep things relatively short. We might be able to keep. That's a bit of a dip. So let's just. I mean, this is going to be a passenger train, so the weight on the train isn't particularly that great. Push through here, and just. If we aim roughly for across the road here south of the material line, it should work. 12,000, knock the tree down. There's a little bit of a kind of a peak here. I think maybe we'll flash out a little bit for the cutting here, and I've missed completely. Aha. Okay, I've just wasted money on laying track, which is nowhere near the track that I was laying in the other direction. Oh well, that's the way it goes. And we'll just lay this track into here, and lay you into there like that. And then just remove this track. We don't want 2 crossings here, and we'll get a tiny amount of cash back. So we've now got a line from here to here. Why is it not showing? Oh, that's better. And what we'll do is we'll create a new line from here way through to here, and we'll call you passenger train Wooler to Hornsey. And what we need now is the money to buy a train. Yeah, buy a train. It cost me 258 mediocre. Okay. Money's just dropped a bit. What we could do is borrow. We'll borrow 500,000 to get this train up and running. It's going to take a little while before it starts to reap a benefit as before. So okay, we're going to buy you, and we're going to put you on Wooler to Hornsey. I'm able to find path to stop. Oh, because it hasn't got a... Okay. What we're going to have to do is put a... I should have put a... Okay. It'll get messy, isn't it? Okay, let me just... We're now losing money. Thank you, game. It's just at a faster speed, get back into profit. Just like queue up to there. I mean, it's really messy, but not much I can do about it. Wooler to Hornsey. What I'll probably do eventually is replace this and move it to somewhere else. We've now got this line running out this way. Yeah, I should have properly double tracked this. This is just messy. But I can always fix that later on. Train here, track here. Put that there. Yeah, I won't be able to get that in because of this line here. So I don't really need this line now, do I? So we can take that away. Get a little bit of cash back. And you can hook up to there. What I should have done in the first place. Never mind, we all live and learn. How are we doing? This waste line seems to be stuck at 913,000. I'm wondering whether I've just got too many trucks on it. Let's just have a look at. Yeah, truck vehicle manager. We've got 10 vehicles on here. I think what we're going to do is take about 3 off and assign you to put you onto that line there. I suspect because there's not enough waste going over to here, what's probably happening is that these carriages are most of them are running empty, so they're not making any money. So we'll just have to let that run there. Right, so we're back into profit again. It's surprising how quickly the profit comes up actually when you're playing. Let's just see here. Yeah, so we're actually getting passengers on the Wooler to Hornsey line now. And let's get over to Wooler. And yeah, we're actually getting the odd passenger turning up here. And wow, we've got a whole pile of people here waiting. "49 people here." Just wondering whether I should put another line in specifically for the railway. We could. We got. But yeah, I think what we will do is just put another line in. If I put one there and run you that way, we'll put one there, and then maybe we'll just run one that way and start here, come to here, 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 and here, and we'll call you whoops, just knocked my mouse over. Passenger bus will circle 2. And what this can do is maybe pull a few people from this area. Okay, we're only have about 5. And we'll put you on circle 2. Station is overloaded. This is it, isn't it? So who's overloaded? Oh, I'm not worried about Wooler Exchange because that's oil. Maybe we need to expand this a bit. Give a little bit more scope there. So we're back up to 1 million, got 529,000, and just have a look at the lines. So it looks like Normanton Waste and Tools is still not making that much money, but is it making the city grow? That's probably the more important question at the moment. Well, it's got about 10% growth. I don't think it's going to make the city grow until we can either get more waste in there or get another source of steel for the tool works. We've got this steel plant here, but I don't think we got iron there. Don't see any coal around here though. Yeah, we've got coal here, but that's a long way up through some pretty rough terrain. So that's looking good. We got that good there. Now the question is, do I keep focusing on this area or can I expand things in other areas? Try and get a little bit of profit flowing. And I do like this steel mill, but the trouble is we've got iron up here, we've got coal up here, and we can ship steel to here and make tools. Now looking at this straight away, I would say that this is a natural for a rail line, but in fact it isn't, because I come to, if we can find the train depot, if we actually look at the various types of cargo. To ship tools we'll need a box car, to ship steel we'll need a flat car, and to ship iron ore and coal we will need a gondola. Well, at the moment we've only got a train that's capable of pulling about 4 cars, isn't it? Well, 5 cars, isn't it? Let's have a quick look. Wait, stand still. Yes, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if we were to split that load along a train, that would mean that we wouldn't get enough iron ore into here, because we'd only have like 2 cars with iron ore on and then 4 cars running empty. So that, to me, that doesn't make sense. Maybe we can make a bit of a daisy chain here of trucks or wagons. Trouble is, we're going to need to get coal in from up there. So let's run. Actually, what we could do is have a truck that comes from here to here bringing iron ore, but picks up tools that takes it back. So this would be a 2-way one. And then we could pick up the iron ore from here to here and then take steel back to here to make the tools. And then there's the potential that the truck, now this would be bringing iron ore down, wouldn't it? I think I need to think about this, and I don't really want to start that in this part because I'm aware time is pushing on. I don't want these videos to be too long, so maybe we need to look for another opportunity. Now we've got logs to planks here, but where would we take the planks once we've made the planks? Nowhere. Let's just look down here. Got logs here we can bring up. Got materials here. We got food here. Maybe this wasn't such a good idea doing this. I mean, we can take grain to there to make plastic, but what would we do with the plastic once we made it? Let's just have another look round. There is an interesting potential supply line down here, because Dawlish needs tools. You've got a tool factory here and a log farm here, and a log. The sawmill is actually up here. I think what we'll do is we've got 2.5 million while I've been debating this. I think what we could do is just get a little bit of a supply line running up here. Maybe we can get Dawlish to grow a little bit. Right, so I think what we're going to do is start with a road across here. I mean, because there's no point just focusing on one part of the map. 84,000, wow. Oh, I just put a major cut in. Never mind. I think it would pay for itself eventually. And what we're going to do is put you in, but we'll try and get you as far away as possible. Right, so one there, and right, so we'll just drop you there, and we'll call you Cargo Road Dawlish Logs. Oops, not the logs. And we're going to need a vehicle depot. We'll put the vehicle depot over here, and I think we'll get about 8 of you. Now we'll go for the full 10, and we'll assign you to Dawlish Logs. And then what we're going to do is run the planks down to here. And again, how far away can we get you? Now the question is, where's the tools? Smack bang in the center of town. Okay. So we want to put this here. But what I would like is for the trucks to come up here rather than go through there. So we'll just put a couple of waypoints there, and we'll start here, it's there, and then run all the way down to here, and then back to here, and then over to here. And we'll call you Dawlish Tools and planks. Oops, not. Okay. And what we'll do is we'll put. We're going to need quite a few more on here. Maybe we'll start with 12, and we'll put onto Dawlish tools and planks. Hopefully by now you will start to get deliveries of logs, and of course make planks. We're going to need 2 logs. So actually let me just let's do it with the line. Dawlish logs, manage vehicles. Let's get clone in some extra vehicles here, and hopefully that line will get running, and the wagons will pick up the goods here, take the planks down to here, make the tools, come back here, and get Dawlish growing. Wow. Okay. Who's losing money now? Well, luckily we're losing relatively small amounts of cash, and our trains are doing quite well. Our oil line is making a pretty good profit. So, and to be completely honest, the ones that really need attention are the train lines. If the train lines start losing money, you're in trouble. I mean, these wagon lines, if they lose money, they lose money. So it's going to take a little while for those to get into there. The bus lines are going there. Yeah, the waste line is running, but it's not making that amount much money. So look here. Well, it's having a benefit. It's making Dawlish grow, and I think that's probably worth more than anything else. So I'm not going to drop that line. I think we're just going to let it develop and grow. If we can get a nice supply of materials running into here, that will create more waste, and then what that will do is make the city grow. Well, that's the theory anyway. We're back to 3 million. If they're feeding plenty of people into the train station, which it looks very much like it is. Yeah, we get 32 people here. How many people is the train carrying? Yeah, we were carrying full loads of people. I don't really want to buy another train until we get to the point where we can get an upgrade for the train. As I'm getting impatient now, so let's just put that up to go for real time. I think this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it interesting. In the next part, I want to develop this area with trucks, but I just need to think about it. So until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.